Greetings. Welcome back. It's been a while. About a week now.
I think so.
So today we're fighting the final battle of Command & Colors Ancients. The box sets here by GMT Games. This is a standalone box set for this Command & Colors Ancients. They do come out with other Command & Color Ancients expansions, but this is a required box set that you need to play any of the other expansions. Romans versus Carthaginians. I've been pretty satisfied with it. How about you, Kelso?
I liked it. Yeah. You can speed up. You can play up to like 4 or 5 games at a night. The complexity isn't super hard.
About an hour per game, 45 minutes to an hour per game.
Yeah.
And setup and everything is like hour 15 minutes. Another thing, so if you tune into our previous videos, you probably saw the Prussians, Napoleonics, Command & Colors Napoleonics we were playing.
Yeah.
That has a little bit more complexity, more terrain, and more rules for each army. So each army has special rules. So you actually have to check the special rule unit list a lot more. Once you get the hang of things, you basically, you're a light infantry on the Romans, do the same thing as a light infantry on the Carthaginians. There's a few special rules for the battles, but nearly as many as the other previous Command & Colors Napoleonics. So I would say this is probably more of this would probably be a better beginner game.
Definitely, yes, just
intro game. Yeah. If you're just not familiar with strategy games.
Before you get into Axis and Allies, this would be a nice one.
Yeah, it is definitely the complexity level is it's a little bit lower
from Stratego if you think about it.
But the great thing about the GMT games, Command & Colors, they have it's hand based. It's a deck of cards. So even though it's not that complex, the rules and the rule wise, the cards make it challenging every game you play.
Yes.
You have every option, and just one game you might be having like really good luck with the hand. Other times you might have a hand that you have to kind of go out your way to find a strategy.
Yes.
You can't always just push up the center every time. So we'll begin this with Zama, 202 BC. So this is the last major battle to end the Punic War, Second Punic Wars. There was 3 in Roman history. This is the wrapping up the second battle, or second Punic Wars, which I think went from 218 BC to 202 BC. So historical background. Carthage is on the verge of defeat. Spain has been lost. Scipio has landed in Africa and beaten a large but inexperienced Carthaginian army at the Battle of the Great Plains in Messina. With his vaunted Numidian light horse, has gone over to the Roman side. Hannibal is recalled from Italy and hardly builds an army around veterans he has brought with him. He creates a corps of war elephants and fields more infantry than does Scipio. But ironically, his cavalry is far weaker and less capable. When the armies meet on the plains of Zama, Hannibal knows his cavalry on the flanks will be beaten, but stakes are all on crushing the Roman center with his elephants and infantry before the victorious Roman and Numidian cavalry return from pursuing the Carthaginian horse. Scipio, knowing he is outnumbered, masses his legions in the center and fully intends for Messina and the cavalry to complete the encirclement and win the battle. As the battle gets underway, both plans are working. The Carthaginian cavalry is driven quickly from the field, while the Romans are hard-pressed to keep their lines intact against the Carthaginian infantry. The flexible legions prove their worth as reserve lines move quickly to secure flanks or bolster the center. In the end, however, Scipio's plan prevails. The Roman and Numidian cavalry return. The Carthaginian army is surrounded, and the valiant infantry is destroyed.
Oh no.
Scipio had perfected a better tactical system, and that system won at Zama over the legendary Hannibal. The rigid but powerful phalanx, dominant for so long, had been beaten by the flexibility of Scipio's legions combined with cavalry. The baton of military supremacy has passed from Carthage to Rome. Oh, yeah. The stage is set. The battle lines are drawn. You are in command, Kelso. Can you change the history, Kelso, the elephant tamer?
Elephant, bro.
War Council. Hannibal has 5 cards. Oh, it is Hannibal's here. Heresdable is there.
Wait, the brothers are still alive?
Heresdable, yeah. There's a few Heresdables. There's a lineage. Heresdable lineage, yeah.
And then how many does
leader Scipio gets 5 cards, and he's actually up in the center here, up front in the center, leading from the front like a true leader. Romans get to move first. It'll be 8 victory banners. This is the largest scale battle. I think we had a few other battles, like 1 or 2 other battles in this campaign scenario that had 8.
Mm-hmm.
No special rules.
How many cards?
5. Yeah.
All right. You go first.
Yes, sir.
You got your 5s and stuff.
Good luck, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is pretty intense. Like, I think almost 1 for 1, we have the same units. Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you see the board here, you have we have like light cavalry. Well, you have 1 less light cavalry, or medium cavalry. You have 2 mediums, but you have warriors here, which I only have 1 mediums. I don't have any warriors.
I think you guys have done with warriors for a while now.
No, I have. So this is actually, if you look at this, it's kind of like the traditional Roman checkerboard part pattern. So they kind of have like the front, the newest units, Hasti, they were called Hasti, like light units, and like units that aren't that well equipped, and like they're very young, 18, 19-year-olds, and then like the medium ranks are like ones that have like 23 to 27 or 30 or so, and these are like the more well-equipped, like I guess medium infantry, and then the heavy infantry, like the veterans. But like they have this different tactics here. They're kind of set up like this. So it was called like a checkerboard pattern. It's something the Romans like designed, so they would like basically like filter in. So if one unit got like needed help, they could bring another, as opposed to a single line. What we've been kind of seeing with a lot of these other battles. So I'm going to do a line command. Get started strong. Since the entire line is, I'll be able to activate all my infantry here. So I'll just activate them now.
Strong move.
Yeah, leave behind my cavalry units because they'll get activated on the line command.
Sweet. Do a leadership on the center, +3. So I'll activate this leader. And I'll move 1, 2, 3 units.
Okay.
1, 2. 1, 2. And then 1. 1. This will fire at This piece.
There's two.
Oh, is it 2? Oh, okay. Well, then these guys will strike at these mediums here for 4.
Okay.
All right. Wow.
Oh, now there's the thing with elephants. Swords are re-rolled. So he got 2 medium hits and then a sword, which is basically 3. So you keep track. So he basically has 3 hits. 3 hits.
You like that, buddy?
Yeah, that was pretty rough though. I lost 3 infantry there. Now I get to respond, but this is the thing. I have to worry about elephants retreating. Because if I make the elephants retreat, they do damage to me too. So I don't want to roll flags right now. And I get 0 hits
And
and a flag, which normally would be good against any other unit. I believe elephants retreat 1, but before they retreat, you roll 2 dice on any adjacent unit, friendly or foe. So I'll roll for the mediums and symbols for whatever symbol that is. It gets it for the hit. So the mediums get killed.
Oh man!
So that's a 1 victory banner, and then the lights don't get hit.
So I retreat for 1.
Yes.
Dang, I could have charged.
Let me double check that roll. If they win, it's the can you hear me? The rule book. If they win after, if the elephants win after,
I don't know.
I don't think that's happened before. Yeah, I think you would still retreat, but if it, yeah, the elephant just stampede them. Yeah.
I think that's how it's kind of.
Yeah. You can. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I would deduce it.
Well, I can't ignore your flag because you're not chariot or cavalry.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this will attack your leader.
Oh, Scipio!
Scipio never learns.
Scipio, what are you doing, man? He hasn't died in our campaign, but he came very close.
Oh, was that when you were trying to attack me with the Scipio? Yeah, dude. The bloodlust within Scipio. 2, and if you want to take that flag.
Well, let's see if I can avoid it anyways, but let's see if Scipio dies.
Ooh. Make me a retreat. And then go grab this 2 triangle.
Yeah. So I'll return with 4.
Oh my god, you're rolling flag.
2 retreats.
Alright.
So I'll roll for the retreats here. 1 hit. And I'll roll for Scipio now.
Oh my god.
Oh. And then the lights. Nothing.
Okay, so retreat.
Yeah, the retreat
Sure.
too.
Hey, it made me feel my line again.
Wow. And they Kelso, the elephant tamer, is in action right now. Man. That's pretty ridiculous. All right, I will place 4 on the left flank.
Okay.
So I'm going to activate these guys. I'll bring these guys up 1. I'll bring these guys up 1. And I'll bring these guys up 1. And these guys will fire 2 at the elephants.
I don't like pop shots from my elephant.
Nothing. And these guys will fire 1 at the elephant. Nothing.
Perfect. Order heavy infantry.
Oh, heavy infantry.
These are auxiliary, right?
Yeah.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now, I'm just trying to use my elephants to my advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, this one will attack your leader.
Scipio.
Scipio, what are you doing, man? I'm gonna get really mad if I get no hits on you, dude. All right.
No. And you would be re-rolling those 2 as well. So I roll for Scipio. And Scipio dies.
Oh my god, that's too. Of course I would die. It's elephants. It's freaking elephants. I charge in here. Oh man, you can still evade, huh? Okay, I will attack your mediums.
Alright.
4.
It's not good. Elephants are
Oh, rampage! And if you make me retreat, that's even better. Oh, and a sword!
So 1 hit.
2 hits.
Well, yeah, 2 hits.
And then
re-roll.
this
Yeah.
one.
The 2 hits.
And a flag.
And a flag. So I'll take the 2 hits, and I will not be retreating. I'll ignore that, fortunately.
Okay.
Let's take down these elephants, man. No retreat. Nothing.
Alright, let's do some more damage. These to auxiliary.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
That way if I throw a flag on these. And the flag is here. And 1 kill.
1 hit, but then you re-roll the hit with the sword.
I love this sword thing.
Yeah.
It's so powerful
2.
too. Retreat. I can't have my leaders next to my elephants, bro. Let's go once more again with 3.
Oh, God.
If you hold out, that's another turn. A sword.
So re-roll the sword.
Oh, Jesus. You want to attack for 3?
I will, sir.
Do you want to get a flag?
I need to get some squares right here. 1 square. I hope it goes down, but you know.
It did its work, man.
Yeah.
All right, so this guy will attack your medium.
All right. Good targeting the guys I can't invade.
Well, I could target that one.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, but there's not enough dies in there. Yeah. 2 retreats and a sword. Let me re-roll my sword. Yeah. Thank you. All right. It looks like
you 1 hit.
1 hit.
And I can ignore 1 retreat, but I have to retreat the other one.
I'm going to pull this hole, and then I think I'm going to attack those guys. Okay. Nothing. Do you want to roll?
I will respond until my teammates get a
flag. Oh, there's 1
flag.
Oh, that's a kill. That's
well, no, it's not a kill. It's a retreat, 2 flags and 1 hit. You can ignore swords. Elephants can ignore.
Yeah.
How many swords can you ignore?
Swords are
ignored. So you can ignore this one. And you just take 1 hit, and then I roll for the lights here. Nothing. The mediums. 1 hit, medium hit. These mediums. Nothing. These lights. Nothing. So that they're just doing damage. You retreat 2.
Alright. 1, 2.
Wow.
It's doing most of my work for me.
Yeah, there's Kelso the elephant tamer is definitely proving his worth right now.
I told you elephants are strategic, bro. They are glass cannon. You took it out, but like it's doing what it needed to do.
Yeah. Or play Class of Shields.
Ooh.
Order all units adjacent enemies. Units battle with 2 additional dice in close combat.
You better take it down.
Yeah, I gotta take that.
Is it too much of a threat for you?
So these guys will attack them for 5.
Okay. Oh wow! This damn dude. So I'm attacking for 3, right?
Yeah, I think it's just a base.
Okay, that's fine. I'm surprised you didn't get 1 flag. That was my bad, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Swords, here we go. Nothing. You lucked out.
I'm gonna try my luck with these guys.
All right. I think you can do something. Or not. Oh, there we go. Wow, man.
Yeah. All right, these mediums will attack those elephants for 6.
You better kill them.
I need to kill them now.
All right.
That's a kill.
Good job, man. Because they were just wrecking your line, bro.
Yeah, that was
That
that's gonna take a while to recover.
I told you they're very useful. All right, order 2 units in the center. This one was
the elephants come up. Oh, the elephants come up again!
just for a last punch. I'm gonna hit your medium. This 2 now. Yeah. Just because I have to now. My elephants are dying, but it's done its job.
Yeah.
Oh damn! And then it's gonna push for this one.
Make your banner.
Yes, thank you. What are we going for?
8.
8, okay. Elephant's got me halfway there, bro.
Yeah, man.
All right.
You might take these guys out too. I'm worried now.
We'll see, man. There we go.
Wow.
Oh man.
5 victory banners from elephants.
Yeah, I told you.
The elephant tamer.
All right, that was my move. I knew that you were gonna go for the elephants. I just had to use them.
I'll order 3 units up the center. These guys will.
Dude, you didn't take care of them. I would have just kept going.
1, 3.
Oh.
Sword.
All right, start rolling for your heavies, bro. Ooh, you're rolling those leaders now.
Yeah. I'll advance.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
I knew you were move those lights for a reason.
Well, these guys have to range attack them now.
Oh no! Oh darn! Maybe it's
Oh, nothing.
Oh, I'll roll for 2.
Yeah.
So this is where the glass cannon comes into play. I don't get a roll for bajillion.
Yeah.
Flag. Is it 2 or is it 1?
Oh yeah, you retreat too.
Dude, if you rolled a flag on me, that would have been bad.
These guys will fire at your leader, elephant.
Smart play. Smart play.
Nothing.
Yeah, either way, I would have done nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Right now, you just got to with the elephants. They're not done yet.
The elephants keep going.
Or 2 at the center.
Oh, here comes the elephants again.
And since these are cavalry, I can move forward and then a bonus forward.
Yeah.
So this one, let me do these to that. Do you want to evade?
I will. Yeah.
They're not that strong, bro. Not compared to an elephant. God, the elephant is ridiculous. Almost had all of them.
One hit.
One hit. Never mind.
If I didn't evade, it would have been everyone.
Yeah. That one.
Okay.
Oh, now we can ignore flags. Okay. Maybe I'll just get a bunch of swords. I've seen it. 2 flags and a red.
Alright, so we get one hit and ignore the flag, and these guys will go back 1.
Forward. And I'm going to attack you again.
Okay.
For 5. The elephants! Oh.
Kill.
Dude.
There's another kill. Kelso the elephant tamer.
Dude. Did you say the Romans won this one?
Yeah.
I'm just using elements to my advantage. I think I will stay put. I'll stay put. All right. You've killed so many elephants. It's vengeance.
We're light troops, so these guys. I'll move these guys up 1, and I'll move these guys up 1. So these guys will attack the elephants for 2.
Very good.
That's it.
There you go.
There goes the final elephant.
It only gave me all my flags.
Yeah, these guys will shoot at them for 1 flag. These guys will shoot them for 1. Nothing.
Right. Good job taking the elephants.
The elephants are taken down. Yeah. Line is rampage. There's just holes in it.
I told you, man, they were worth it. Fire, move, fire, or move, fire, move. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is no range combat. Wait, how many of them? Or equal to my command. Oh, I should probably think about that. So that's 1, 2. I have 5. Slingers can do what? Oh, let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. All right. So these 2, this one, and that one. I guess I'm gonna go right to that. This one will shot. I'll shoot 1 of them.
Okay.
It is 1, right?
Yep.
Nothing. And then after these 2, this one will shoot 1 at that one. This one will shoot 1 at that one. Gosh, range is sucks. This one will shoot the leader.
Okay.
And this one will shoot one down. Ooh, flag, there we go. Okay, and I gotta move once more. Here. I forget how weak these guys are, man. That's it, and then push this one up here, and I'll push this one up here. That'll be my turn. Dude, you should have just left one open, man. I think your entire line would have crumbled. Jeez.
I'll do a double time. Woo! So order these 4 units here. All right. These heavies will attack those auxiliaries for 5.
You're ready. Oh, sorry.
2 hits and a retreat.
Okay.
Yep.
Bro, I just realized my graveyard was just elephants. All right, sir.
The elephant graveyard.
That's it, dude.
The mediums will attack those slingers. Okay. 1, nothing.
Nothing. So it's 2, right?
Yep. And these guys can't fire if they move to, and these guys aren't suicidal.
Okay.
So they're not. That's it for attacks.
You got a real close, man. I'm gonna order medium units.
The warriors.
Warriors! 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. That's it. Only have 5 cards. Okay. How do I want to do this? Damn, I wish this got closer. Well, it's okay. For funsies, warriors will attack these mediums. I don't know. Mediums seem more consistent. Warrior has the advantage when it has the advantage. Yeah. Well, if it's 4,
It's actually you want to play advantage in this battle.
right. Yeah. It only counts when you're up by 4. Yeah. Ooh, 3 kills.
Good roll, man. Good roll.
You want to roll me a flag and see what happens? 2
flags.
I'm gonna
One you cannot ignore.
I can ignore both.
Oh, you can, yeah.
Just ignore both.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so these warriors will go for those. Yeah, I did need to soften it. Oh, damn. There you go. I can't re-roll swords now.
It looks like my luck has changed, but
sorry, dude.
I mean, to get 4 not hits is unlikely.
It's hard, yeah. This will attack this way. All right. 4. Oh, come on. Oh, what were you saying?
That's why. Well, I wouldn't have needed that. That would have killed him. 1 hit, 2 hits, and a retreat, which can be ignored.
I'm gonna go ahead and retreat.
Okay.
All right. That's good, sir.
All right.
You can't.
You only need 1 hit left, 1 kill left. We'll do a mounted charge.
Oh, damn, I didn't attack.
Oh,
yeah.
You want to attack?
Yeah. I was like, I knew I was going for it.
You can end it right here.
Yeah. Here we go. You can't evade, huh?
No, I cannot.
Okay. So you're hoping I don't get hit. There we go. Game
Kelso the elephant tamer.
Yeah.
The Carthagians come back.
Dude, I knew I could change this thing. The moment I saw how many elephants there were, I was like, I could do this.
Yeah.
Dude,
that was good, man.
Oh man, this was.
Yeah.
Do you think you could have changed that game? I don't know.
What?
There's too many elephants for me.
I didn't hit a single one until like the 3rd or 4th turn.
Yeah.
So if I had normally the elephants are like glass cannons where like you attack with them and then as soon as they battle back, the medium's battling back, I just need to, something, but nothing, no hits. It was just retreats, which is like the last thing you want when you're fighting out.
Right, dude.
I basically roll just if the retreats were squares, it would have been a lot different, but it wasn't. So good game, man. Kelso the elephant tamer. It will go down in the annals of history.
There you go.
Hannibal comes back for victory.
And there was no rise of the Romans this time. The elephants stomped the ground.
I was going to come back with a mounted charge, but I mean, I wouldn't have been able to do much. It was just basically just to get these guys off of them.
Yeah, it was like,
and then I was going to charge these guys, but all these guys can evade. Your cavalry can evade, so it's like almost like a no-brainer.
Right, and then I just need to come in with.
Yeah, you just come in swords. You get your line here.
Right. I think I would have done this, and then taken on your heavies.
Definitely.
Actually, I'm gonna just try that now.
Yeah.
Warriors. Oh shit! The warriors.
You're on a hot streak. You're on a hot streak. Yeah, this is the final battle for tonight, folks. Kelso's on a hot streak right now.
Oh man, that was insane. That really does need to go in the books. Yeah. Oh man, that was great.
Well, that's a good way to wrap up the final battle.
Oh, yeah, the campaign is now
Command
over.
the Colors Ancients, Battle of Zama.
The elephants.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, I'd be willing to replay this one. It's definitely a
You want to
fun.
be Carthage and play with the elephants?
I mean, I'd feel like either side, just team myself on this one, but no, it was definitely a good one. It was definitely it was pretty crazy. I thought I was solid too. I'm like, I'm just gonna move up with my entire army, just like full front.
You had that line command initially.
Yeah, but in all reality, I probably should have been more wary of elephants. I kind of just fed my troops into you. So, yeah.
Well, I think you started pushing after all the elephants were gone too.
But at that point, it was too.
It was like 5 flags, bro.
I had to make something from it, because it was my entire line was just shattered.
The Romans could not recover.
Yeah. Now, in the actual battle of Zama,
How did they?
They let the elephants through the line. So the elephant just kind of goes straight. So they actually, Scipio learned to just move out. The Romans actually practiced moving their formations, like split, like the checkerboard thing. Yeah, they just made a hole, and the elephant just goes straight through, and they kind of close their lines. But it was still, the Romans were basically going to lose, but basically how the historical account came, there was like another a cavalry battle that was occurring off the board, basically, or maybe that's what these cavalry simulates. But basically, they were battling way out here, and then they basically come back and attack the main line. Yeah. So basically, well, they come from the rear.
The rear. Just pick off the easy ones, the wounded.
So Scipio, he has to go back to the drawing boards. You know, maybe he just got wounded from the elephant. The elephant just stepped on his like.
Are they both Scipios died by elephants?
No, that was that another Scipio that died? That rampaging?
I don't remember.
I forgot what battle that was. It could have been another Scipio.
I thought it was a Scipio. There was a guy on the horse. Who was on the green horse? That's all I remember.
Yeah, there was a guy on a green horse.
Oh man, the father and son and.
What are you doing, man? You're just out there next to elephants. Yeah.
He's not the true elephant man. I am. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I've never been good with elephants either.
I was like, I think I can do it.
I don't know how you do it with the elephants, man.
Dude, I know that they're more of a one and done, so you just like push them.
It wasn't Ilipa. That was the one that there was. You only had 2 elephants on the side.
Mm-hmm.
So it was probably the one before that.
I just know. Well, it has to have Scipio on the map, right?
Scipio elephants.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one.
So.
No, yeah, this is Gracchus.
Gracchus died.
Yeah. Well, there's one elephant on here. Maybe it was Gracchus. Maybe some reason.
Who's the other leader?
Gracchus, and it doesn't really specify who the other. It doesn't even label him. He's like a no-name general.
He's just a Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's how you play elephants, bro.
So we have to read how to play elephants.
At the tour, how to play elephants.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, the kill-death ratio for the elephants were insane.
Yeah.
It just.
You had 6 banners by the time I fell your last elephant.
Yeah, bro.
And 6.
You had to take care of it, or it kept going, dude. Oh, that was murderous. All right, guys, that was Zama, the last battle of this campaign.
Yeah.
This is KD Productions. Tune in next time. Oh, what's the next campaign?
The next campaign we'll be it's basically Greece, Persians against the Greeks.
The Immortals and 300 Spartans. Oh, I hope that.
Athenians, who's Alexander the Great?
Not Trojan, is he?
Like Macedonians. Macedonians. And actually, if you like the Romans, they actually come back as well. They're in a few of the battles.
The Romans are trying to conquer Greece.
So it's basically while all this was happening, the Romans were also doing a campaign in Greece.
They had a lot of bodies there. Holy crap!
So the next one, it's like the first expansion to the ancients. It's basically like starts off with like the Etruscans, which is like or it starts off with the Greeks and Persians, but then like near the end, it goes back to the Romans, and the Romans fought like the Etruscans, which is like kind of like the neighboring city-state for Rome, and then the Romans kind of go on to like the Macedonian and stuff.
Oh, so Rome is still going to play a part, but later?
Yeah. Basically, it kind of counts down because like in the first, like, before Rome became really a major power, it was basically the Greeks and the Persians. They were doing battles, and then once the Persians were kind of out of the scene, then the Romans started getting big, and
Yeah.
then they kind of expand. So there's a few, there's Persians, Greeks, and then there's like other Romans, kind of like new Romans, and like there's like a Phoenician battle and stuff. So yeah.
Italian?
No, Phoenicians, like from the island of Phobos.
So weird.
No,
This is like just made up
Yeah.
words.
No, so ancient history, ancient Western history is like the beginning of ancient Western history, basically. As far as like the records are concerned, that's basically the beginning of Western history. Was basically Greek. So it doesn't really go past that.
So tune in. We'll do another campaign, guys.
Oh man, that was crazy.